Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Eye in Anchorage, Alaska for the third of 4 games on the SFL Network on YouTube. Today, a conference semifinal quadruple header. Along with Demond Simien, I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. How you doing, Demond? I guess we'll get him in a second. Find out how he's doing. Meanwhile, Vancouver and Alaska starting lineups, coin tosses coming up next way. You guys ready? How you doing? Tails. Come on, do we got you?
Yeah, I can hear you now, loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Yep, we got you. Just getting things all set up here from Alaska. The Storm are going to receive the first half kickoff, and we'll get a move on here. We got the audio levels fixed. For some reason, they're always different on my end here at headquarters. Vancouver and Alaska, let's go! We're underway. On the return, Robert Merrill. He's still going! Robert Merrill on the opening kickoff! 30-20! 10-touchdown Alaska!
Talk about coming out and making a statement there, Cam, on the first play of the game. Wow!
Holy mother! As Alaska's gets the touchdown. And here's another look at it from Merrill. He just stopped and waited for everyone to get out of his way.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that, Cam. Ever.
I mean, we've seen kickoff returns in the SFL before, but
nothing like that.
Yeah, that's pretty unique. And Alaska is off to as good a start as they could have hoped for. It's 6-0, 10 seconds in. Wow.
That has to be like the fastest touchdown ever, right?
And he took a few seconds to wait on it too. Extra point is good. Alaska goes up 7-0 right off the bat. We'll give him 2 extra seconds. 10:48 left on the first quarter clock, but it was still blazing fast. And now Vancouver, they're going to have to weather this storm, pun totally intended here. So Alaska will kick it away, and maybe Corey Jones has something in store, but that's a deep kick from Kodiak Denali, 2 yards deep in his end zone. Corey Jones put down at the 25-yard line, and Tom Pepper will come out onto the field for the first time. Pepper, 5th most touchdowns in the league this season with 25. He was 2nd amongst rookies. He really turned things around after a rough start, Demond.
Yeah, he has. He has done just that, okay.
First and 10, 10:43 to go, 7-0. Storm up, 4 wide receivers. Pepper is under center. Tom Pepper, oh boy, he shook off a defender right off the bat, threw it into double coverage to Charlie Northam for a first down. Demond, if this is the type of game we're going to have all night long, I don't think my heart can take it.
Yours, I don't think mine could take it, man. When both of us are under 40s, we may. Let's see how we do tonight. That was outstanding there by Pepper to just shed that tackle and just continue to keep focus and just go deep down the middle, which is dangerous territory with the Alaska defense.
That was a defensive tackle. Dominguez was not able to apply initial pressure. That pass stopped by Brett Killian. Pickup of 7. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 3 for Vancouver. And let's take a look at the Legion Stars, of course, led by Tom Pepper, but Yvonne Sanchez, Cade Stevens, talented offensive unit here for Vancouver.
Yeah, most definitely.
2nd and 3, 2 backs, 2 receivers. Legion on the move now into Alaska territory. Handoff of Yvonne Sanchez, first time today, and he took a shot right to the stomach from Tony Willis. He gets up slowly but moves the chains for Vancouver.
Yeah, you can tell that shot there took a kind of bothered Sanchez there, getting hit in the stomach there in the midsection, getting the wind knocked out of you is nothing pretty, and it doesn't feel good either.
So 1st and 10 at the Alaska 49. Still adjusting some audio levels here as Pepper drops back to pass, going long, caught again to the 23-yard line. That's another first down for Vancouver. For Cade Stevens and Demond, I got to give Vancouver some huge props here. They could have easily rolled over after that kickoff return by Robert Merrill, but they're showing they got some chops.
Yeah, this is what good teams do, Cam. You know, this Vancouver team showed that they are a team to be reckoned with due to the regular season, that they came in and put up some good wins.
Sanchez spinning back inside, picks up 4 to the Alaska 19-yard line. And Vancouver's the first team in the red zone today, officially, if you don't count the last 10 steps from Robert Merrill. 8:33 to go in the first quarter. Levon Sanchez on that last hit must have lost hearing in his right ear, since he can't hear me, but everyone else can. 2 backs, 2 receivers. Back to pass. Pepper off his back foot. Oh, how was that caught? That looked like that was some Matrix type stuff right there, Demond, because I could have sworn that ball was going into the back of a defender.
I thought the same thing myself, Cam. I mean, I guess just the quarterback accuracy is better on the field than what it looks like up here in the booth. Not sure how Sanchez was able to come away with that catch.
So 3rd down and short. Can Vancouver pick it up? Pepper's going to throw. Pepper going short and underneath. That's Cade Stevens, and Pepper is 5 for 5 on the opening drive. The rookie not afraid of this spotlight.
No, he's not at all. I mean, as we know what happened with Vancouver during the beginning of the season, and then what happened with him on the second half of the season, this young man has been just showing great poise the second half the entire time, and he's coming here in the playoffs acting as if his team really belongs here, and they should not have been underestimated at all.
7:25 to go in the first quarter. Pepper, end zone, knocked away. I thought that was going to be caught too. Very nice coverage by DJ Drew on the outside, and that's the first incompletion of the series.
Yeah, that was a dangerous pass there, going to the outside, and the cornerback is right there on the tail end of the receiver. I had no idea. I mean, I did not think that the receiver was going to come down with that pass. I thought the corner was going to take that one away.
So 2nd down and 10 for the Legion. Again, 2 backs, 2 receivers. 4 down linemen looking like a nickel set out of Alaska. And off Sanchez. Sanchez took a hit real quick from Andrew Francis. That'll bring up, actually, they marked it. Now they're marking it 3rd and goal. I could have sworn that marker was outside the 10, but 3rd and goal officially from the 8-yard line. 7 minutes and counting here in the first. Alaska off to the fiery start with the Robert Merrill kickoff return for a touchdown. Pepper dropping back the pass on 3rd down and goal. Going back corner of the end zone. Touchdown! Cade Stevens! What a throw from Tom Pepper! And Vancouver strikes back.
Cade Stevens shows that he's from the school of Chris Carter. Did you see him get those toes in, baby? Watch this here, came on the replay. And then he's catching the ball backwards as he's paddling. Look at these toes. Look at these toes.
Man, that is a beautiful catch.
Outstanding.
And our apologies, our Vancouver touchdown graphic not operational here at the moment. So we've seen a couple of glitches. Hopefully overall everyone's liked everything they've seen. We've spent a lot of hours here put into this project and getting us closer to our end goal. And I tell you what, Vancouver's closer to their end goal of a championship after answering Robert Merrill's kickoff return touchdown with a phenomenal drive led for the most part by Tom Pepper, who goes 6 for 7 and throws a touchdown pass to Cade Stevens. For Stevens, that's touchdown number 7, which ties Brett Killian at the top of the Vancouver leaderboards.
Wouldn't this be a football all-time record if this guy returns another kick?
Oh, man, back to back. You're talking crazy now. From the 8-yard line, Alaska on the return. Merrill, boy, he took a shot right to the neck at the 25-yard line. Vancouver was not going to let that happen again. You know, Demond, you've been around all-pro football and the SFL for a very, very long time. It's pretty unusual when you're the visiting team and the home team gets an opening kickoff return for a touchdown for you to bounce right back as quickly as Vancouver did. That showed that was just dang near impressive, impossible even here.
Yeah, what it showed is that the players for Vancouver are well coached. Come out and just keep composure, you know, and not let the head drop and get discouraged, as most players do when something like that happens. A lot of teams would just fall out, you know, and just, okay, well, we lost this game. We allowed that to happen first play. No, you go out there. This is a 60-minute ball game. You got to go out there and play every minute of it.
Ash Odom picks up 6. There's a look at the Alaska Stars. They'll be scrolling across your screen. Well, at least we hope so. Boy, we got through the first 2 games okay. Ash Odom throwing people aside. There it is. Odom's got a first down to the 43-yard line, and it's another first down for the Storm. And this is our first look at Alaska's offense tonight, and they're looking pretty good too.
I tell you what, Cam, look at this run here after the catch.
Boom.
Ball is secured, you know, and just dropping the Rodell, getting underneath the shoulder pads there. And I tell you, the running backs in the league of the SFL, man, these guys run with a lot of anger. I don't know what happened in their childhood, but they pissed off at somebody.
Well, Ash Odom's the only running back I've ever seen that uses off arm to just stab people in the neck. That pass is caught first down to the 42, right in between a sharp zone. That was Optimus Klein. And no defense showing signs of having a pulse here so far tonight, which goes with the rhetoric of our first 2 games, at least the final scores would tell you.
Yeah, well, Cam, I'm going to let you in on a little secret about Ash Odom is him using that offhand. Here's a little secret. He's even-handed.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
I didn't. See, that's that next level analysis work that we're looking
Yeah.
for here at the SFL. Ron Cochran, sidearm throw. That pass caught by Robert Merrill. Not going to take that all the way into the end zone, but a 6-yard catch nonetheless. Picks it up to the Vancouver 35-yard line.
Here's something for you, Cam. You know how the Major League Baseball have switch hitters? Here in the SFL, we have switch stiff armors.
That's a new one. I've never heard of switch stiff armors. But, hey, if anyone could don the term, it would be Ash Odom. 7-7, 5:20 to go, first quarter. As Cochran will hand it off to Odom, and Odom is cut down in the backfield. A really nice open field tackle there as we take a look at Odom's numbers.
Yeah, that was a great defensive play there by Hudson of Vancouver. Getting in the backfield, and Ash Odom is nothing easy to bring down. I mean, he was able to bring the guy down, you know, without a problem at all. Brings it up 3rd and 4 here for the Alaska Storm.
How about this, Demond? We've never had a 2,000-yard rusher in the SFL that was not a rookie. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
They've all been rookies. As that pass caught, ruled short of the markers, and I don't agree with the call.
I don't agree with it either.
Optimus Klein with the catch. It looked like he got the ball over the first down line.
Yeah, my friend, it looked like they're spotting it where the feet was and not where the ball was when he fell out of bounds, which is very disrespectful to Alaska.
Now, instead of a challenge, we've got the offense out on the field. Would the Storm dare go for it?
Take a look here. The backup running back is in. I hope they don't try to go for this.
Yeah, and that's a pure giveaway as Alaska will burn the timeout. Demond, if you're going to burn a timeout anyway, why not challenge? And if you lose the challenge, oh well. You know, you were going to burn the timeout anyway.
Yeah, as we look at Max Paul right there, I think he's thinking the same thing you just said, Cam. Why didn't I just challenge the play?
He's taking it out on poor Ron. You know, if you're going to fake to go for it on 4th down, you at least got to put Ash Odom in the game. Yeah,
at least the Denver Broncos did that when they, you know, faked it to Darrell Davis in the Super Bowl against, the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, back in '98. You know, they didn't give it to him, but they at least put him in the game. The guy couldn't even see, you know.
This is from 49 yards away. Kodiak Denali, one of the most sure-footed kickers in the league, if that's even a thing or an expression. The kick is good, and Alaska scores a field goal on their opening possession. We're off and running in Alaska. It did not take us long.
Yeah, Cam. One thing I was going to say, if there's any kicker in the league that can make this 49er, it's the kicker for Alaska.
So the Storm go up 10-7. It's a crisp night here in Anchorage, 45 degrees, afternoon rather. I didn't mean to say night. It's obviously night here, or getting to be that way. But 45 degrees here about 1 o'clock at kickoff here in Alaska. And there's just that chill in the air that makes this great Northwest rivalry so special. I believe DeAndre Noel donned it as do you know what he has been donning it as? He's been posting it everywhere all day.
Who was that?
DeAndre Noel on YouTube. He's given this rivalry a catchy name, and for some reason it's just not coming to me right now.
I'll take a look here and see if I see anything from him in the chats.
Alaska's up 10-7. Vancouver got a touchdown on their opening possession. Back to pass Pepper, and Pepper going long. Had a wide open receiver, but instead goes after Cade Stevens in double coverage and connects with him again. I was listening to the SFL podcast yesterday, and I believe it was Liam Crowder, and my apologies if I'm not giving proper credit, that said this game is going to depend on how Tom Pepper plays. If Pepper plays well, Vancouver's going to have a good chance.
Yeah, the great poise there by Peppers in the pocket. It seems like Peppers, man, gets better every play. You know, this guy has just been playing some phenomenal football.
Back to pass, up in the air, one-on-one coverage. Well done by DJ Drew. Drew is having a nice first half, but Pepper with pressure bearing down in his face, not a terrible read.
No, it wasn't at all. I mean, if you take a look at it, the guy just broke in. It's like there's a cross pattern there between the two receivers, and the defensive player did not shed or was fooled on that play there. Great, outstanding awareness there by Drew. You know, you couldn't have played that play better. Normally on that particular type of play, when those receivers are deep crossing on deep posts like that, Cam, the safety and the corner both are just confused, and then it leaves a receiver wide open.
Yeah, I think Pepper was hoping that Drew was going to go with that inside receiver and leave Corey Jones wide open. That did not happen. 2nd and 10. Tom steps up in the pocket, fires it short, caught for an 8-yard gain. That's Corey Jones this time receiving the target. 3rd and 2 at the Alaska 38, and this is another really nice drive from Vancouver.
Yeah, Vancouver, as you can see, is taking time off of this clock, so they pretty much are in control. Even though Alaska is up 10-7, the team that wins the possession normally wins, but unfortunately that didn't happen today down in Mexico with Houston. But Vancouver just working. They working what Alaska is giving them. Sorry about taking over, Cam.
No, that's all right. Pass out for a first down.
Yeah, man, but they're taking what Alaska is giving them, and they're just chewing the clock and just eating up yardage here on this great drive.
Charlie Northrup in his first 6 games, 3 touchdowns, had 68 yards and 1 big touchdown last week against Oklahoma City. The 3rd different tight end on this Vancouver team to sign a star contract, but looks like they found a home with Northrup as Ivan Sanchez takes the carry. And it's interesting, Demond, you're not wrong that they're chewing up the clock, but we really haven't seen a lot of it with Ivan Sanchez. It's been Tom Pepper.
Exactly, and I think that this is what the coaches of Vancouver wanted to go with, because they knew that Alaska would have came out and prepared more for Sanchez, and they wanted to go ahead and throw him off. And you see that coming out in a lot of 3-wide sets.
Out of the eye, Sanchez takes the handoff. Can't find a lot of room, but makes something out of nothing. Picks up 2, but this is going to be the most critical 3rd down yet for Vancouver. They really have not faced many 3rd and long situations. Yeah,
this is going to be crucial, because 3rd and long is always not the position where you want to be in. You always want to be in 3rd and manageable or 3rd and short when you're on the offense side of the ball. This here favors Alaska. But we did get word from DeAndre Noel. This is called the Ice Cold Classic.
There you go. I knew it was perfect. Pepper's pass caught. If he just could have put it a little bit out further ahead of Corey Jones, that may have had a chance to get all the way across the field to pick up a first down. But instead, 4th and 3, going to bring out a long field goal. And here's where Mighty RX and Ramos Lynn start to bully everybody else in the chat room about star kickers as Vancouver lines up for a 43-yard attempt.
Yeah, Cam, I have to agree with Ramos Lynn and Max Paul. kickers are people too, man, and they should be respected.
43-yard field goal for Vancouver to try to tie the game up here, and this field goal is good. Had plenty of distance on it too, and the Legion strike back. So we've not seen a single punt here in the first quarter. Alaska's had one offensive possession, not counting the kickoff return for a touchdown. And we are all level at 10-10.
Yes, we just see the kicker here. He gets excited. It's like, don't forget about me, you know.
He looked like he just won the Super Bowl out there, man.
Beaks Kick'ems.
Bex Kick'ems. I'm telling you. Hey, that's like having the last name president. If you got it, then your life is set. You can't do anything else.
Yeah.
And his last name's Kick'ems. He's going to kick the ball. Otherwise, if he would have been a doctor, he would have been a disappointment to his family.
What if they call him Doc? You know, they named him Doc. Hey, you know.
I don't know. Now we're starting to get into the territory of things we don't know. I don't know their family history, so who knows what we're talking about at this point. 58 seconds to go in the first quarter. 10-10 alongside Demond Simien. I am Cameron Irvine here on the call with you. Ash Odom on the carry. Picks up another solid 6 yards. Haven't seen Odom do a ton on the outside, but when he's gotten the rock, he's done good things with it.
Yeah, as you stated, 2,000-yard rusher, man. That's a milestone to reach. Very few have got there, and a whole lot has tried, Cam.
Yeah, definitely the year of the running back here in the SFL. An anomaly for sure. And Ash Odom part of that anomaly, and he got away. I don't know how he got away from that initial tackler as Hamilton and Reed knock out the running back for Alaska wearing number 24. And I just can't believe that Vancouver did not wrap him up in the backfield.
Yeah, this guy here is just, I mean, the feet never stop moving, Cam. Did you see that? The feet never stop moving with this guy, and that's how he got away, you know. You got a player like that that's going to continue to fight for every yard. Outstanding player. Every team wants a player like that.
4 carries, 30 yards for Ash Odom. Cochran changing the play at the line. He's going to go quick out route to Optimus Klein, and that'll pick up 4. Klein had exactly 1,000 receiving yards this season. Now, do you think that was done on purpose? You think he got to 1,000? He's like, I'm good.
I don't think so, because everybody wants more stats. You know, more stats mean bigger the contract at the end of the year. You know, so. but speaking on Ash Odom, dude is pretty big. You know, 6'1", 230. It's not a small guy, Cam.
Clock expires. Somehow Alaska got that play off before the end of the first quarter, and that is the end of the first quarter. It's 3rd down and 6 when we come back, and we've got a good one from Alaska. We're all tied at 10. This is the SFL Network on YouTube. Sim football on the biggest stage, Wednesday, October 25th, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. The game will be featured on the front page of Twitch. Demond, you were just letting me know the other day that you'll be around for that party. That'll be exciting, along with, of course, Ryan Moats. Can't wait to hear his analysis and takes from the actual football field, the virtual football field, as Corey Carter makes his first catch of the day and converts a 3rd and 6 for Alaska.
Yeah, Cam got the okay from the wife that I can go up to Dallas on the weekday. So, looking forward to that, baby.
It's always good to get permission from the missus.
Hey, happy wife, happy life, Cam. Trust me.
It's never good when you don't. Trust me. 1st and 10, 10:48 to go in the first half. And off to Odom. Odom up the middle, still churning, like you said. The legs moving forward, picks up 5. You know, I don't know. Ray Bentley, last couple of weeks, has been not his best. Kyle Walsh was not his best today. Is Ash Odom the toughest running back to bring down in this league? We'll get to that in a minute. 2nd and 5, back to pass, Rod Cochran. Cochran against a late blitz, fires down the field, caught first down inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. Optimus Klein is eating back to the question, Demond, who's the toughest man to tackle in the league? Is it William Choice?
No, not William Choice. But William Choice is a nice back in this league. But I want to say that the toughest guy, in my opinion, Cam, that I believe is to bring down in this league will have to be Ray Bentley, because each running back has a different style. Ray is a murderer. Ray run at you towards the chest. Ash Odom pretty much is a steel form type of guy, but he will hit you squared up. I think going up against Ray Bentley is committing suicide.
4 wide receivers. Pass caught, first down to the 4, down to the 3 actually. That's Corey check that, Robert Merrill. And both of these offenses are eating defenses alive through a possession-style game here. And Vancouver's just got to be thinking, what do we got to do?
Yeah, I think Ron Cochran told us we need to shut up about these running backs and watch him for a second with that bullet he just threw.
There you go. 4 receivers, 3 off the left, 4 down linemen, and 8 in the box. Handoff Odom. Ash Odom running left, and this time he's wrapped up on first contact. Nice job by Drew Hamilton.
Yeah, great job there by Drew coming up from that free safety spot. He is the free safety, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, coming up from that secondary spot and just coming in and stopping the ball carrier, right at the line of scrimmage. That's not something easy to do.
Vancouver looking for a goal line stand. It's 10-10 here in the Western Conference semifinal. Winner goes to Mexico City as Ash Odom will break a tackle and still not get in. That was Hamilton again. He's single-handedly keeping Ash Odom out of the end zone.
You know what, Cam? I watched Hamilton a couple of weeks ago on a game I called for Vancouver, and this guy was all over the place. He seems to know how to find contact, and you know what he is? He's a missile seeker. That's what he is. He goes out and he finds a ball carries, and he just lays it in.
One more time. Odom left side. Didn't get in. Oscar Dunkley with the stop. What a goal line stand. I don't think I've ever seen Ash Odom stop 3 consecutive times on the goal line like that.
Yeah, I must say that I agree with you, Cam and Irvine. This is something here that is crazy. Graham came up and that was great. That was great defense by Vancouver all around, from the defensive line, linebackers, and the guys in the secondary.
So Kodiak Denali will kick this extra point, or this. It's the equivalent of an extra point. It was just ingrained in my brain that Ash Odom was going to get in the end zone for the touchdown, but instead Kodiak Denali has to settle for the field goal, and with 7:34 to go in the first half, Alaska retakes the lead, and it's sort of amazing, Demond. 7:34 to go in the first half. We've had no punts and we've had no turnovers.
Hey, this series is showing you that both of these teams are taking care of the ball, man, and they're picking the correct poison, as far as what they're doing on the field on the offensive side. Defense is playing great by both teams as well, not letting anything deep or anything outstanding runs get behind them. But these quarterbacks are just doing great jobs, not forcing turnovers.
SFL action in the playoffs is always the best that we have to offer. These 8 teams that make it in are so good and so talented. And Demond, I just have to say, we're not going to dwell on it here tonight, but hats off on a great season, and just sorry to see it end the way that it did.
Thank you very much. And to be honest with you, I would rather be happy. I'm happy that I lost to Mexico and not either one of these teams here.
Why is that?
Because Mexico has been there. I would love to see Mexico get back there and come away with the victory in the championship game. No disrespect to Alaska or Vancouver. These are great ball clubs as well. I just want to see Mexico win one.
It's kind of shocking that, well, first off, we'll get to interesting fact here in a little bit. Is Tom Pepper's going long again? This time it's knocked away. No, that's not Drew. That's the non-contract safety. He's Rodriguez, I believe. He's had an excellent season. But Demond, with Queen City losing to Chicago earlier today, were you aware that Queen City was the only team in this group of 8 that had ever won a championship? We're going to crown a new champion.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked that I saw that, Chicago came away with that victory over there on the east side, because Queen City is a force to be reckoned with, as we all know.
Pepper caught to the 44-yard line on a 3rd down and 7. Tom Pepper, man, I have been more impressed with him in the first half than I've been all season with him. These throws are outstanding.
Yeah, these throws are great, and I'm excited for Corey Jones, who took the opportunity to go ahead and take the open position up there in Vancouver with the wide receiver, becoming the #1 receiver over there. Right. And he's just showing, how outstanding he is. He was with Houston last year and didn't get many targets due to the great receivers that Houston had with DR Sim and Greg Corky. Now he's over in Vancouver and he's making a name for himself. Nickel
set, 1st down. Pepper to throw again. Quick in and out. And Cade Stevens makes the grab on the sideline. Picks up 8. Stevens has caught all 5 passes thrown his way. 2nd and short.
Man, did the corner for Alaska bully Stevens back in the day or something? Because he just got a shoulder full of something.
Stevens putting it on him, getting to work. Stevens, 902 yards, 6 touchdowns, and had the touchdown here earlier in this half. Hand off to Sanchez. He gets rid of a couple. Sanchez picks up the 1st down. And that, I think, was a direct shot at Ash Odom.
Yeah. I was just about to say, this is another hard-working running back here in the SFL, man. It's like some of these guys are just big bullies. Some of these backs that like to stiff arm and like to, drop the shoulder, or some even like to put the helmet right in your chest. Then you have guys like Deion Hawkins and, Choice, who just like to play spin cycles all day and just make people look silly with breaking ankles, So
pass outside caught by Stevens, pick up a 3. Tony Willis in the chat saying, "Hey Tom, throw the ball to me." Willis had an excellent game just a couple of weeks ago. Had 3 picks in one game, which is just very unusual. That's another one of those milestones that many chase but can't get to. And Tony Willis having a good career here in the SFL as you look at the updated numbers from Stevens. 2nd and 7, 2 backs, 2 receivers for Pepper, and Pepper will drop to throw. 7-step drop, Pepper going long again. Pepper's pass caught in double coverage. How is he completing these passes? Cade Stevens is outstanding tonight, and all of Pepper's risks are paying off.
Somebody put in some extra time after practice this week.
Wow.
Vancouver looks outstanding on each and every drive that they've had possession of the ball.
And they only have 10 points. It's amazing.
Yeah, and throwing the ball in double coverage, you got to be a righteous and gutsy player, to throw that ball like that.
4:52 to go in the first half. Handoff Avant Sanchez, and Avant Sanchez gets in, and the Legion take the lead here on the road.
Sanchez says, "I'm not going to be like the guy on the other side and get stopped down here at the 1. I'm getting in here, baby."
Wow, I didn't think that this game would even stand a chance at topping either of the first 2 very competitive playoff games here early. But this, Demond, is just straight fun because it's not busted coverages on defense. It's not 60-yard bombs over a poor read by a defender. This is an all-out dogfight, and these offenses are executing at A+ degree.
Yeah, this is. I'm lost of words because both clubs are playing great ball. As we stated earlier, they're not forcing turnovers, not putting the ball at risk. And the running backs are doing outstanding work by gathering these first downs here and there, and quarterbacks are not forcing passes. They're throwing it to the open guy, and pretty much watched the games earlier and show some INTs that was thrown, and these QBs came out and say, "I'm not going to be like that."
Merrill spun down at the 31-yard line. 4:43 to go in the first half. Legion up 17-13 as we have seen no punts and no turnovers in what has just been a remarkable first half of play, really on both sides of the ball. Haven't seen a lot of bad defense out there. Just some sensational offensive work. 2 in the backfield, the fullback off to the left of Cochran. 2 receivers, Klein, bottom of your picture. Back to pass, Ron goes out quickly to Klein, and Klein able to turn the corner to pick up 8 yards. He's been very active here in the first half now with 5 grabs.
Yeah, this is what Kleins does. Catch balls all day. But I want to bring this to your attention, Cameron. What if the SFL this year have two teams make it to the SFL championship game that are from the seed of James Klein?
That would be something else. You're talking about Chicago and Vancouver.
That is correct.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
That would be something else. In their first year as owners, no doubt, or no less, as Ash Odom paid for getting into the secondary. Caden Carter, who leads this team in tackles and is an excellent gold safety, laid a lick on him.
Yeah, his Ash Odom coming in, doing work and making people miss, but
Ooh.
Not that time.
Wow.
These defensive backs, these guys in the secondary, man, they're not letting these running backs get past them, and that's what you want from your deep guys who's playing back. Don't let anything get behind you.
Alaska is nearing midfield, out to Ash Odom, and Frank Champion cleans him up. Frank Champion, here's an interesting stat about him. 37 assisted tackles. That's most in the SFL, Demond. When you've got a defender that has a lot of assisted tackles, what is that for defense?
That means that he's always around the ball, or either that he's either taking on blockers and allowing other guys to get in great position to come up with tackles. That's a great team player.
I would agree. 3:15 to go in the first half. Great season for Frank Champion, the rookie. As Cochran goes outside, that pass caught by Merrill, a pickup of 6. Here's another interesting stat I wanted to bring to everyone's attention tonight. Ron Cochran tied for third in the SFL with 70% completions, but his 6.9 yards an attempt is 15th, which shows you that he's the ultimate SFL game manager.
Yeah, he's another Matt Shaw.
3rd and 4, quick drop, quick slant, first down. That is Ron Cochran to a T, as Optimus Klein has caught everything thrown his way. Another 3rd down conversion. Damon, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I don't think I've ever seen a first half where both teams executed as well as these two have in league history. This is amazing.
I must say that I agree with you, Cam. Normally you see one team is just dominate, but two, in the same game.
Odom moves forward, picks up 8 yards to the Vancouver 28-yard line, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning after we get one last look at a replay here from Odom's run. Throwing aside Oscar Dunkley. That's the 2-minute warning. You're watching the SFL Western Conference semifinals here on YouTube.
One of Alaska's going to try to take a shot here.
Yeah, on a 2nd down and short, this may be the time to take that shot. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Nope, hand off to Ash Odom up the middle. Hey, man, if it ain't broke. First down for the Storm into Legion red zone territory to the 19-yard line. And, man, this game has playoffs written all over it, man. These teams know exactly how they want to attack.
Exactly, and it doesn't hurt either that Vancouver's in that 3-3 nickel. If the team come out 3-3 nickel, I run right up the gut all day long myself. Forget going to the outside. Let's take advantage of what's in front of us.
The difference in what Vancouver's done is they're not allowing Odom to break free. 4.8 yards a carry. He's got 53 yards, but he's needed 11 carries to get there. Back to pass, Cochran. Cochran, short, middle, pass complete. Pickup of 7 to Corey Carter. That's what this Storm offense does. And it's 2nd down and 3.
Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with taking 7 yards on a pass. I tell you that much.
The Alaska Storm have won 4 of their 8 games this year when scoring less than 30. That just goes to show you that this team wins and loses with defenses. Cochran's pass is caught on the outside by Odom. Did not get the first down. 3rd and inches. Clock is ticking. Does Vancouver have another inside the 10 stop in him? Cochran's going to throw. Out route all day. Pass caught by...
It's like
Optimus Klein. Yes, again, first and...
Is that 7 for 7?
Yeah, I think so. 1st and goal from the 4. And he stops the clock with 34 seconds on it.
Optimus Klein has just been outstanding all season long, and now here in the playoff. thrown to 7 times, 7 receptions. You got to tip your hat off to a guy like that who just loves to catch the ball.
Who's going to get the first stop in this game? First and goal at the 4 as Cochran will drop the throw. Hits Odom out of the backfield. Oh, Ash Odom, he stepped out of bounds, but he just ravished a defender. Second and goal at the 2. Somebody go and get the stretcher.
Wow, Cam. I think Ash Odom was super excited that he broke that tackle and just couldn't compose himself.
He had a touchdown.
He had it. You're absolutely right. He had it. He just, I guess,
walked the dog right out of bounds. Now an empty set against a 3-3 look for Alaska on second down and goal. Vancouver trying to get the stop. Cochran going back. Corner of the end zone, knocked away. Yeah. Wonderfully played.
That's dangerous. You come out on second and goal and you come out in an empty formation like that. That's screaming disaster, you know.
To clarify to Alex Bond, yes, Vancouver did get the quote-unquote stop, but it resulted in an Alaska field goal. What I mean is who's going to get the first stop from allowing a team to score.
Exactly.
Obviously, that stop is the reason why Alaska's down 4 right now. Third down and goal. Cochran back to pass. End zone knocked away. And Vancouver gets another goal line stop. And in this game, a game of centimeters here tonight, these stops inside the 5 could mean everything to the Legion.
Cam, does this show that Alaska doesn't have enough faith in Ash Odom for not running the ball on the last 2 downs?
You almost have to wonder. He had his opportunities on first, second, and third and goal the last time they were down there, and he couldn't get in. And this time they go to a couple of passes, and that doesn't get him in. You know, this offense for Alaska is the perfect offense for a red zone. I don't think you'd want any one better or any other one in the league down inside the 10-yard line looking for yards. But the Storm have to settle for a field goal again, and Vancouver looks like they're going to take the lead into the locker room.
Yeah, and I think that this Alaska team is one of the best goal line teams in the league on the offensive side of the ball. And I just don't agree with going for, passes right there at the 2 on the last 2 plays, especially when Vancouver is in a 3-3 nickel.
Yeah, had a man open in the back of the end zone, but just couldn't find the lane to throw the ball into as Corey Jones returns it up to the 26-yard line. So Vancouver has 3 timeouts. Alaska has 2. 24 seconds left. Again, still, there has not been a possession in this game that has resulted in a punt or a turnover. It's all resulted in points, yet our scoreboard is pretty low. 17-16. Alaska's had to settle for 3 field goals. We'll see if Vancouver goes conservative or aggressive here, as Alaska got the ball to start the first half. Vancouver will get it to start the second. Cade Stevens picks up 5, and nobody's moving anywhere. Stevens on pace for 200.
Yeah, it looks like a Vancouver is not going to try to play, Captain Saver team or something or whatever and try to go deep on this. They're just going to let the clock run out and just go ahead and go into the half.
Well, they're running up to the line, almost trying to maybe catch them off guard. They just got the snap off. They're going to hand it off to Sanchez. He's not going to get the first down, but it's not going to matter. That's the end of the first half here from Alaska. What a half it was. First half stats and highlights are coming up. Damon and I on the other side of the 2K Sports Halftime Report will break down the first half the way we saw it. This is the SFL Playoffs right here on the SFL Network on YouTube. Stay with us. Start of the second half from the eye here in Alaska. Beautiful 45-degree afternoon. Very little wind.
These two teams can keep the 45 weather.
You don't want any part of it?
No part of that. I had my fair share last season.
Yeah, that you did. That you did. Start of the third quarter, start of the second half. Vancouver 2 yards deep in their end zone. Corey Jones out to the 23-yard line. And someone mentioned in the chat that Alex Dominguez has been quiet, and they are right. We haven't said their name once. So, Demond, in such a razor-thin game, what do you think is going to be the difference in this second half? Is one stop going to be enough?
One stop may be enough the way these teams are playing, but no, the team that comes away, man, with the most turnovers win this game.
So you're looking at the turnover battle square away. That's going to be the winner.
It's going to have to be, because these teams are playing outstanding ball on the offensive side of the field. They're not putting the ball in harm's way. If someone can force a turnover, that'd be outstanding for their ball club. You got to get turnovers, or even force them to punt the ball. Still, take away a possession.
Ivan Sanchez and Ash Odom bottled up here so far tonight, especially Sanchez, but Pepper's been nothing short of brilliant. That pass caught, taking a huge hit over the middle was Corey Jones, but that ball was placed right over the top of that linebacker. I believe that's Menjivar, and it's 1st and 10 to the 35. He could not have placed that ball any better.
I totally agree with you, Cam. That ball was placed perfectly right in the basket of the receiver. When he was able to just bring it down. Outstanding pass.
The receivers back to pass. Pepper again now floats it out to Sanchez, and he ran out of real estate there on the short side of the field. No gain will bring up second down.
Cam, in the chat, someone stated that Whitney Houston had a halftime show. Did I miss that? I went to the concession stand and missed the whole show.
Her pipe's still. She's got it.
Oh man,
she's got it.
Silly me. Why didn't I take a look at
yeah,
when I didn't miss that.
When owners ask what their money pays for, I tell them Whitney Houston halftime shows. You want me to spend it in any other way?
No.
2 backs, 3 receivers. Sanchez up the middle. That's probably one of his best runs of the day. Alex Dominguez on the tackle. Dominguez, 41 sacks, second most all time, behind O'Reilly's 59.5. He's got a ways to go, but Alex Dominguez has had one heck of a career.
I'll tell you what, Cam, I'm gonna start paying attention to these programs, for the halftime shows.
3rd down and 4. There's some good gems in programs every now and again. 3 receivers set again. Vancouver back to pass. Pepper floats it out near side, caught by Stevens, who shoves another Alaska defender into his own bench. Pepper's approaching 200 yards, and I don't know how many 3rd down conversions that is combined between these two teams. I'd venture to say it's about 15 right now.
You know what, Cam? You know what's the hardest throw to make in football?
Outside, far opposite end of the field, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The out route to the opposite side of the field, because the ball has to it travels further, and you have to have great accuracy to make that throw. That was outstanding by Peppers.
Pepper got away from a sack and then ran into one, and Pepper, you could see, visibly frustrated as he did all he could to avoid the sack, but eventually Pierre Lyon gets to him.
Yeah, this is just great coverage downfield by Alaska, and this is just a coverage sack, because Peppers wasn't really pressured at all, besides just the one guy that came through that he just had to dodge there for.
Yeah, it looked like they dropped 8.
Yeah, that was just great coverage sack by Alaska.
Dropped 8 on him, 2nd and 17. Pepper going to pass again, trying to dig himself out of a hole. Deep ball corner, caught! Brett Killian, 20, and breaks the tackle down to the 16-yard line, and Pepper does it again.
Wow.
Jeez.
Let's take a look at the replay here, Cam, and see my man Brett Killian. Look at this route here. Nothing fancy, but just this corner route, and he just
can't place it any better.
You couldn't place it any better, but he placed himself in position right in front of the corner there and just came away with the ball. This game here, man, is all about who wants it more. And Killian showed that he wanted that ball more.
Pretty nice coverage again from DJ Drew. He's had a really good night. Corey Jones, top of the screen, now split backs for Vancouver. 4 down linemen for Alaska. 7:52 to go in the third. We still don't have a stop. Handoff of Sanchez on the trap. Sanchez up the middle to the 10. 4-yard gain. Sanchez starting to get cooking. And Vancouver again knocking on the door of the end zone.
Yeah, that was a great play there. It looks like that play there almost looked like there's like a delay with it, but it's not. The quarterback just turns around, stands there, and the running back just comes and gets it. I'm not sure if the defense was fooled or not as far as what was going on there.
Sanchez almost got the sticks. Pickup of 2, 3rd down and 2 coming up. Don't forget, the last game of our quadruple header is coming up from Tallahassee. Will the Pride be removed from upset potential, as so far all 3 home teams have been heavily tested here in the conference semifinals. 3rd down and 2. Pepper trying to convert another 3rd and short pass. Almost intercepted as Andrew Francis read that route like a book, and Alaska just by the ever so slightest of margins gets off the field without the ball.
Yeah, here in the goal line, it's hard to come away with points here in the goal line because you have short field. Your receivers can't get too deep, and the end zone, back of the end zone is pretty much a second defense back there. So great job here by Alaska to holding Vancouver to only 3 points on this drive, which will have them come out and kick their second field goal of the game.
So this will be a 24-yarder to put Vancouver up 4. Alaska's defense does their job. And the 24-yard kick for the Legion is good. No problems with kickers yet here so far tonight. Chicago missed one early in the first quarter, but didn't end up hurting them. Mostly kickers doing their job for once today, at least non-contract kickers. Take a look at the Vancouver Legion season summary, if our graphics would work properly here in the third game. Lost their first 4 games, won the next 6, 7 of their last 8. They were outscored by 61 points in the first 3 games, Demond, and they outscored their opponents by 50 total in the last 9 games of the season. It was one of the most dramatic, fastest turnarounds I've ever seen.
Yeah, that just goes to show that, we have some great coaches here in the SFL that they're able to just turn a disaster first half of the season into a beautiful second half of the season. It's almost like the ugly duckling. It gets picked on as a kid, and then it grows into this beautiful swan. That was Vancouver's season.
Trips right, back to pass Cochran. Cochran floating it down the middle, caught it midfield. Optimus Klein 8 for 85. And I don't think we're going to get a stop on this drive either.
You know what, Cam? These 2 quarterbacks have some righteous right arms. Oh, wait, there's a left arm there. But they have some righteous arms. These passes they're throwing, I would not dare throw in double coverage, because that's what training camp is for. Training camp is to see where you can squeeze the ball to, in certain position and areas of for, and you predict it in the game and come out and finesse it in the game. These guys are doing a great job by placing the ball in the right place.
6:10 to go in the third quarter, 2016. Back to pass Cochran. Cochran floats that one all the way to Odom. He fumbled! The ball's loose, out of bounds, are covered by Vancouver, but they said it was out of play.
You take the words right out of my mouth, Cam. I was going to say his best friend was right there to recover, and that was the white chalk.
Oscar Dunkley got on it, and Ash Odom very, very fortunate. Just as a refresher, check that. That's not what we want. Just as a refresher, want to get the star players from both of these squads on the screen, because both sets of stars have been outstanding. And forgive the typo there on that graphic. Ash Odom breaking free, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Best run of the night for Ash Odom. It's 1st and goal.
Yeah, Ash Odom comes out and show you, hey, I'm still here, baby. Don't forget about me. Give me the rock. I'm the one who got us here. I rushed for over 2,000 yards. I am the man. But hey, that's just a horrible tackling also by Vancouver. You can't miss tackles like that. The guy who just missed him was a clapper. He didn't want to tackle him nowhere. He just straight missed him and just clapped his hands. Just clapped his. We call those clappers in football camp. So.
Fantastic. 1st and goal for Alaska. Down 4, trying to score on their 5th offensive possession as Odom Gets it to the 4. So here we are again, Demond. We're inside the 5-yard line. Odom didn't work the first time. Cochran didn't work the second time. Where are you going?
Maybe want to reverse. I don't know. But I would say give it to Ash Odom again. You got to give it to the big guy. You know, that got you down here, man.
3 backs, back to pass. Cochran fires it out. Odom on a swing, and he won't get there. This is tremendous goal line defense out of Vancouver. It's 3rd and goal.
And Cam, guess who was there? I'm not much of a singer, but I'm gonna go ahead and try and wear "We Are the Champions." Champion is just a great, outstanding linebacker, man.
It's amazing. I mean, he runs sideline to sideline. I mean,
yes,
with remarkable ease. An incredible athlete. Big number
plays
99.
He plays the field very well.
3rd and goal. Can Vancouver do it again? 7. They back off. Throwing a fade, and it's knocked away. A pass intended for. I'll get it right. Optimus Klein.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and hey, I knew. I just had to get the sentence over with.
I know you knew. I just wanted to help out for once. It seemed like I was smart in this league. You know?
Oh, come on now. Don't do that to yourself. 4th and goal. Kodiak Denali's going to have to kick another field goal, and this defense on the goal line has been tremendous out of Vancouver. And I'm not sure. Obviously, there's still a lot of game left to be played, as Denali's chip shot from 19 yards is good. I'm not sure that anyone would have seen coming. The 2 expansion teams that make the playoffs have to go on the road, and potentially both could get wins.
Yeah, man, that's hard to do. You know, to go on the road and steal a win from a veteran team such as Alaska and the other game you were speaking of, as far as Chicago going to Queen City. That's hard for an expansion team to do, man, because the expansion team is always known as the underdog. But those guys in Chicago came out and they played great today. They wanted to do that. They have a lot of veterans over there as well, so you know they know what they're doing over there.
4:37 to go in the 3rd quarter. Damon Destro in the chat says that he heard you singing, and all he has to say is "Fix it, Jesus."
I don't think Jesus can fix it. And I'm a believer, so.
2 backs and 2 receivers for Vancouver. They're up a point. Hand off to Sanchez, and he picks up 3.4 yards per carry. I swear I'm going to bust out I believe on a touchdown call later.
Hey, you got to, Cam. Come on, join me, baby.
2nd and 8 at the 24. That clock is ticking as it's amazing. Alaska's had 5 offensive possessions. Check that. They've had 4 offensive possessions. Nope, I was right the first time. 5 offensive possessions. Oh, it's caught by Killian. Shut me up and slap your mama. 20-10 touchdown. I believe Vancouver is in the end zone and goes up by 7.
And after you finish slapping your mama, slap me as well. Because I thought this was a pick. Wow.
Here it is. We're going to get a great look at this. DJ Drew again. How can you play better defense than that? This is just exceptional play by Tom Pepper.
Cam, this game, as they always say, is a game of inches. And there you see it right there. That pass could have been tipped. It could have been picked. But it just got past Drew by a few inches. Maybe centimeters at that.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Alaska's had 5 offensive possessions. That's it. We're almost at the end of the 3rd quarter. They've scored on all of them. Vancouver's had 5 offensive possessions. They've scored on all of them. This is, it's blowing my mind right now, and I think it's blowing the mind of our viewership because this is the highest viewed game of the day. I
think it is, Cam. It's blowing everyone's mind, but the thing of it is that Vancouver is putting up 6 and not 3 points as Alaska is.
20. Well, that's a very good point. Vancouver's got 3 touchdowns to Alaska's 1, and that's a big reason why. Well, it's the only reason, really, if you're a math major, why Vancouver is up 8 right now. Still a lot of time left in this game. If I'm Max Paul right now, I'm thinking to myself, you got to be kidding me. Like, there's only one scenario that Vancouver's up 8 right now in this game, and it's the one that's played out here tonight so far. And remember, Alaska's only offensive touchdown was actually the kickoff return. The offense has not gotten in the end zone here today.
Wow, what does that say about the offense? That it's not clicking in the goal line. You know, they've been at the goal line 3 times and had to settle for field goals. That's only 9 points.
They've had no problem down the field. Getting the ball down the field anyway. Trips off the left side. No, this game is not broken. I'm still kicking. Flag on the field. That pass is dropped and incomplete, and I think that's going to come back. It'll be interesting to see if Vancouver goes for a 2nd and 10 or backs up this offense that is built on the short passing game and Ash Odom's running ability, and they will accept and make him get 20 yards for the sticks.
Gee, I accept it too. We're in their house. Back, baby.
You don't often see, it's a great point in by
Rick in the chat. This is an offensive slugfest. You wouldn't think that you could have one of those type of games, but that's the game that this has been here this afternoon.
Yeah, they have. I don't think we've seen not one punt so far this game.
Nope, no turnovers either.
There haven't been any turnovers. You know, it's just great, phenomenal football. Defenses are playing well, but not allowing much deep. Besides, Vancouver is getting deep.
Odom, just as we say that, breaks off a tackle, and they should have declined the penalty. Picks up 16. He's up over 100 finally. 108. And yeah, here recently, we've seen a big pass play from Vancouver, some big runs for Odom. The game is starting to open up just a little bit more than it was. Very similar to how the Houston, Mexico City game was, where that game was a slugfest for a long time.
That game was crazy. And I mean crazy in a good way.
Right.
I mean just great, turnovers was happening and great runs was going on.
Don't mind us, just another first down on a second and short. I mean, it just never fails. Robert Merrill, I tell you what, if we get a turnover, it may be the most exciting play of the whole entire night here in the playoffs, because it will just be so unexpected that it'll bring everyone either to their feet or to their knees, depending upon who gets it here at the eye. Hand off to Ash Odom. He will get through the hole right up the gut, picks up 5 yards. We're under 3 minutes to go in the third, and Alaska's on another drive.
Yeah, Alaska is moving the ball very well. Picking up 5 yards on first down, man, is great. You always want to come in second and mid, second and short or so. And this is how you manage, play great, managing. I can't get the word what I'm looking for, but managing is not it. So
it all happens to the best of us. While we were waiting for you, we just had another first down on a second and short. So we're just doing the same old thing. Corey Carter with the catch. And again, Ron Cochran, 15th in the league in yards per pass, but 3rd in the league in completion percentage at 70%. Just a very efficient quarterback that he's turned into in Alaska after a really rocky start at the beginning of his season. 27-19, Alaska on the move. Odom's got some space. I tell you what, I mean, we're seeing the same exact thing happen. We're seeing 5 or 6 yards from Odom on first down. We're seeing Cochran move the sticks on second down. And it's just a cycle that Vancouver just can't seem to stop.
Yeah, because Vancouver's coming out with a 3-man front. They're not going to get much penetration up the field, so.
Counter to Odom. And Odom is dropped in the backfield. Loss of 2.
Shut your face, Mr. Demond Simien.
Yeah, Bowers Jr. getting into the backfield. And for the first time on the drive, Alaska dictates from what got him down there, and Vancouver was ready for him to break the spell.
Yeah, what do I know about football, right?
1:05 to go in the third. This is a critical third down here for Alaska, trying to not become the first team to have to punt tonight. 3 receivers to the right side. Cochran all day to throw. Pass knocked up in the air and incomplete. And Vancouver has our first stop of the evening, unless Alaska
elects to kick a field goal, it'd be about a 52-yarder from Kodiak Denali.
Well, I tell you what, they got the kicker that has the leg to do it.
Let's see what they're going to decide to do. Wow, they're going to punt. I'm shocked.
I am really shocked that they didn't go for the 52-yard.
Yeah, for as valuable as points are in the game, I guess they figure maybe, just maybe, if we force Vancouver to have a very long field, we can get a stop too. This punt's going to go down to the 2 to the 1 and into the end zone. And come on, I just don't agree with that decision.
I totally agree with you. I'm in disagreement as well on that call. They should have went for the field goal. Every point counts in this game, as Alaska was in the same position last year against Houston at home. Houston was up big time. Alaska continued to kick the ball to get points, and we saw what they did in the fourth quarter. They held the most time of possession in that fourth quarter last season and came back and won that game.
All right, great point. You never know where those points can get you, Pepper. Short throw, and that was just dropped. That was actually going to be a completion, and that's really the first time we've seen any sort of mistake by a Vancouver receiver.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. We have seen Vancouver as on their A game, this game here, and not has pretty much not to have dropped the ball as much and had any mishap, but that one there was one of them.
Pepper, a 3,000-yard season in his rookie year. Hand off to Sanchez, and he has brought it up big time. Just 48 yards on 15 carries. How much more third down magic does Vancouver have, and do we have Alaska's first stop of the night?
We may be, and I think that this Alaska defense may have just awakened themselves as what they saw their offense just went through, and the defense had to say to themselves, hey guys, we got to step our game up on our side of the ball to help the offense out. It takes both sides.
Fired up, Pepper, deep ball down the middle, caught! Corey Jones to the Vancouver 48-yard line, and Tom Pepper works his magic and does it again.
This young man say, y'all must be out your mind to think I'm going to allow you to take me off the field. This is just gutsy right here, man. Wow.
End of the third quarter. What a game. It's 27-19. The Legion up 8 and on the move again. Alaska, the #1 scoring defense, has not forced a punt or a turnover tonight, but Gerald Thomas does get the sack, and that could put Vancouver in a pickle.
Yeah, you're right about that. That was a big sack there, Cam. And yes, and as you stated, Alaska #1 scoring defense, only giving up 24 points a game, and Vancouver gives up 27.9, and it seems the other way around here, that Vancouver is #1 in defensive allowing points, and Alaska is, allowing 27.9.
Second and 17, and Tom Pepper goes down again. A loss of 8 yards, and it's Big Sexy. For the first time tonight, he's got 42 sacks for his career.
Big Sexy. Look at me, baby. And watch me do my dance. He's going to do his little thrusts. Big Sexy has been battling that left tackle, man. That left tackle all game long. I've seen him work spin moves, tried to use a club, tried to use a swim, and he just couldn't get there. But this time they came in on it looks like on a stunt, switch stunt. Looks like they did the same one again. There he is.
Pepper goes down again. Dominguez, 3 straight sacks will get Alaska's first punt of the night. And boy, did the Storm ever need their best defensive player to step up.
Hey, Cam, the Q-Dogs are barking.
9:45 to go in the fourth. 4th and 30. That dramatically flips field position, and will that be enough to get Alaska's offense moving in the right direction? Not a touchdown here tonight. Oh, Robert Merrill took a shot to the face. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line for the Storm. Wow, that was a heck of a defensive series for Alaska. Well, Wednesday, October 25th, 7 Central, 8 Eastern, Sim Football is on the biggest stage, the front page of Twitch. That's where we move our biggest game to. Ryan Moats, Demond Simien, and myself will be along for the historic call, pregame, postgame, all the good stuff. We can't wait to bring it to you. Ash Odom just embarrassing someone else's child. Pickup of 2, 2nd and 8.
I totally agree with you. Andy stated in the chat, he said, if Alex Dominguez's name is not called into the fourth quarter, we're doing something right.
Yeah, 8 catches, 85 yards for Klein, and Dominguez helping Alaska's offense out finally. Under 9 minutes to go, 2nd and 8. Cochran scrambles away from pressure, completed the pass just shy of the first down. That's Julian, an on-contract tight end that'll bring up 3rd down and 1. I can almost bet you my whole life savings that Ash Odom's getting this carry.
How much is your savings?
Well, not as much as it used to be.
Oh, okay. I was going to bet you. I don't have much myself either, but that would have been a nice bet.
3rd and 1, 8.5 to go. Oh, I would have won it. Ash Odom gets the carry, 1st down for Alaska.
How about we play Big Bang take Little Bang? Or Little Bang take Big Bang? Which one is it?
I don't know. I'm upset that I didn't bet, though.
Back to the game.
You probably had more than I did.
I love you, Cam.
1st and 10 at the Swarm 48-yard line. Vancouver is up 8, but I said Swarm. Son of a... I didn't do that all season. At the Storm 48-yard line, handoff to Odom around the right side, and Bowers Jr. makes another big stop in the backfield. That's his 2nd tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's a great tackle there because, as we know, Ash Odom is not easy to bring down, and guess what? It's for a loss. You normally don't see that. Great outstanding play by the outside linebacker Bowers.
The winner of this game heads to Mexico City in the Western Conference Final. I don't know how Ash Odom got through all of that traffic. Picks up 11 to bring up another 3rd and short. Okay, now I'm absolutely taking the bet. He's getting the ball on 3rd and 1.
I can tell you how he got through, Cam. As we see the replay, watch him get skinny right here. Bam! He gets skinny, get through there, push off his own guy. Outstanding ball carrying vision by the running back.
Well done. 3rd and short. Time winding down in the 4th quarter. Another fantastic SFL playoff game here. This one from Anchorage. 45-degree afternoon. The chill in the air feels good. Back to pass, out route, and are you kidding me? Now I got to give up my life savings because I hedged the wrong bet. 1st and 10. I'm going to start the GoFundMe page right now as you look at Stevens and Klein's updated numbers. Klein, 18th in the league this season in receiving yards. He was the top receiver for the Storm. 6:38 to go in the 4th quarter. Vancouver still up 8, but Alaska desperately trying to get in the end zone for the first time offensively. Not counting the kickoff return for a touchdown as Ash Odom will navigate his way for another 4-yard pickup.
Yeah, as we see, Cam, the clock is running, down to 6 minutes, 22 seconds here in the 4th quarter. Alaska really has to get into the end zone. They cannot afford they cannot afford another field goal. They have to get 6.
Typo on Ash Odom's graphic that he's 2nd in the league in rushing touchdowns with 21. J. Calvin Kim actually leads the league with 23, which is almost 2 a game, which is absurd. Out route to Klein. Can't turn the corner. It's back to 3rd and 1 again. This is the 3rd down and 1 for Alaska on this drive alone.
Wow. That just shows that, Alaska knows how to, pick their poison and make sure that they're getting productive yardage in each play, because you don't want to be 3rd and long, 3rd and mid. You want to be 2nd and 1.
So each
3rd and 1.
Each team has forced 1 punt, neither has a turnover. Odom gets a tremendous block. Did he get the first down? No, he did not. They're ruling him short. The fullback gave him an outstanding block, and this may be worth a challenge? ?
I don't think it's worth the challenge, Cam, but what happened was that you're right. That fullback did give him a good block, but that fullback ended up on his behind, and Odom had to jump over him, which delayed his progression and slowed him down.
Well, Alaska's going to take the points here. I can't fault them. Still 5:25 left, but it's got to be deflating for the Storm to come away with another field goal from 43 yards away. That kick is good. And with 5:18 to go in the fourth quarter, Alaska just kicked their 5th field goal of the night. Well, the defense needs another stop. Both teams have forced just one punt, no turnovers. And we're going to see what Vancouver's offense, led by Tom Pepper, is made of. I'm Cameron Irvine alongside Demond Simien here in the broadcast booth from the eye as Corey Jones will get it up to the 23.
Yeah, great return there by Corey Jones.
Obviously, Kodiak Denali a bigger leg, forcing him to return kicks all night long from around the goal line, couple of yards back deep. 27-22. If you missed it earlier, Mexico City beat Houston in overtime 41-38, and Chicago beat Queen City 42-34 by recovering 2 onside kicks, one that was very, very scary and up for grabs. Now it's 27-22 here, and Pepper's pass is out of play, which was smart from Pepper because he was about to take his 4th sack in a row.
Yeah, Dominguez was on the head hunt. He was coming for.
He's taking over.
Peppers. Yeah, he is, and this is what he does in the fourth quarter. As we all know, that at times we haven't seen him come up, big in first, second, and third quarters, and we've seen him take over the fourth quarter plenty of times within his short stands career here in the SFL.
Brett Killian is at the bottom of the screen. He's been quiet. They're going to run it to Dominguez's side, and Sanchez breaks a tackle. Stiff arm to the 27. How about Ivan Sanchez? We're going to run it right at you, big fella, and make you have to get up off the ground.
Yeah, this is something that we normally do not see from Dominguez, is a missed tackle in the backfield. And Sanchez wanted to prove a point that you're not as big and sexy as you think you are.
That was a 4.4 on the scale of earthquakes. That pass is caught, first down. Stevens took a shot from Drew. What do they call that earthquake meter? What's the
a rectal scale?
You say a rectal scale?
I think that's what it's called, is it? Is it no, not erectal, but rectal scale, right?
I don't know. It just sounds like you're saying rectum to me. I can't.
No, I'm not saying rectum. It's rectal. I don't know how to pronounce. I'm from the South, man. We don't know how to talk.
Apparently, I don't know either, but that's all. Yeah.
Somebody help us out in the chat.
Somebody, please, man. We're going south fast. 4:13 to go in the fourth. First down after another tremendous pass from Tom Pepper. Alaska's getting desperate. Pepper to pass again just before the pressure got there. Got Charlie Northrup, who's been quiet, pickup of just 4. And I got to say, Demond, it kind of feels like Vancouver's beating Alaska at their own game here today.
They are.
Rector is the...
That's what I was saying.
Richter is what it is. That's... Yeah, no, you were saying rectal.
Was I?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Dumbest fourth quarter conversation in the intense playoff game I've ever had. Handoff, Ivan Sanchez got the first down to the 36-yard line. And right now the clock is quickly becoming an enemy for Alaska. They are literally desperate here. Big hole for Sanchez.
That was big. That was big. An 18-wheeler could have ran through there. How about fat 8 grandmothers? I don't know where that came from. Sorry.
That was an image. That was an image. 3:20 to go in the fourth and counting. Vancouver's up 5. Now Vancouver's starting to bleed clock. Alaska has all 3 timeouts. Handoff, Sanchez picks up some blocks. Sanchez first down, 20. Ivan Sanchez. Vancouver's got a touchdown, and they put Alaska on the ropes.
I tell you what, Cam, they may be quiet in the Storm now. After that run and that touchdown, that is how you play football. You continue to pound the rock. You continue to take advantage of what the defense is giving you. Continue to show how much heart and desire you have to get your team to the next round to prepare yourself for the SFL championship.
So 33-22. Vancouver will kick the extra point. They're up 12 against a team that hasn't scored an offensive touchdown all night. This almost seems impossible here for Alaska, but we've seen Alaska do impossible things.
Yeah, we've seen Alaska do some crazy things here.
Extra point is good, but Vancouver could not. I think you'd agree. They could not have played a better game tonight. They just couldn't have. I don't see how.
I have to say the MVP of this game has to go to Peppers.
Yeah,
it has to go to Peppers. The guy haven't had any missed targets. You know, it just played great ball. He didn't force any crazy passes. Man. What are the coaching staff teaching this guy? Is what I want to know.
From the 9 on the return, Merrill trying to do it again, won't reach the 30. All right, so they need Optimus Klein, their big playmaker. They need him to step up. It's not going to be the Odom show with 2:42 to go. They're going to need Ron Cochran to let it rip, and we've not seen Alaska take a ton of risks in this game. It's just not their MO. We'll see what they've got, and then the onside kick insanity could ensue, although Alaska still has all 3 timeouts. We've got the 2-minute warning, still time. But the Storm are going to have to do something different than they've done all night long. That's different, but it's picked off at the 49-yard line. Oscar Dunkley was just talking about the risks that Ron Cochran had to take, and this one does not pay off, and that may be it.
It may be, Cam. I don't know what you're talking about. That is it. Don't try to be friendly here. Let's call it what it is, as Stephen A. Smith would say. That's what you get for trying to target a great cornerback there. Don't test me is what he's saying. Don't test me. And Vancouver come away with the first turnover of the game.
Oscar Dunkley with his 7th interception of the season. And now Alaska needs a miracle here as Charlie Northrup makes the catch. Vancouver will not have to snap it again until after the 2-minute warning. Alaska holding on to all 3 of their timeouts. I got to say, I know that Vancouver has won 7 of 8 games coming in. I know that, Chicago beat Queen City earlier today. But, Demond, I would say this is the biggest upset of them all, and one of the biggest upsets in playoff history. Just really surprising the way that Vancouver has done this.
Yeah, I must say that I agree with you, Cam. This one here just may go right above Houston over Louisville in the SFL championship game.
I mean, against the number 1 scoring defense 2 years running.
Exactly, and it's all on this man right here, Tom Peppers. The way he came into this game, prepared himself to make great passes and not put his team in harm's way to lose the game.
Can't give up another first down. Sanchez got it. Wow, they can't stop the stretch off the right side. Alaska takes the timeout, and they are now bleeding.
I've never seen a Storm bleed until now. But I tell you what, Cam, that first down right there says these words: let's put the women and children to bed and go looking for dinner.
Dinner and some drinks and some parties. I don't know where you can go party in Anchorage, Alaska, but Vancouver's going to figure it out. 1st and 10 at the 33. Coming up next, don't forget, Tallahassee hosts Atlanta is another upset in the making. 2 of the 3 road teams have won so far in the semifinal round. That is on its way as Pepper's going long, throwing it, and it's caught at the 7. Good night. What a walk-off pass.
Vancouver said we are not having any mercy. We're not showing no mercy whatsoever. Pedal to the metal, foot on the gas, let's go.
To Kyle Cobb. I mean, he hasn't made a catch all night.
Cobb said, hey, coach, let me get one. Let me get one, coach, please.
Wow, Alaska with just 1 timeout remaining. Victory formation now for Vancouver, and don't get crazy now, Legion.
Looks like they're going to take a knee.
Yeah, we've seen this happen before where you take knees right now. If you do the math, that means you are going to give Alaska the ball back, down 2 scores with, I don't know, 20 some odd seconds left. I mean, it would be totally and completely insane, but I've never understood why these teams toy around with these high-powered offenses. Just not tonight for Alaska.
Yeah, it's just not has been their night. I'm not sure what they expected Vancouver to come out here and do, maybe lay down and just roll over or what, but Vancouver came out and showed that they wanted this thing more than anyone.
3rd and goal. Cochran is asking, how can you say it's the biggest upset? That just shows how much respect we have for Alaska coming into the game. I mean, this defense has been so good since they gave up 42 to Mexico City. They really shaped up. They win, close games, low-scoring games. And, Vancouver to come in on the road and put up 34, they didn't do it with, big plays. They didn't do it with, poor Alaska defense. They won this game. I don't think Alaska lost this game. They just won it.
Exactly. And I want to piggyback on that. And to answer Cochran, your team is not the first team to have a set of rookies to make it to the playoffs, son.
Vancouver.
and they're not the first expansion team to make it to the playoffs. So and not the first to even make it to the championship if you make it there. So we're calling this an upset because not too many people expected Vancouver to walk into Alaska, which is a tough place to play, and come away with this victory. You ought to be excited that your team went into a tough place and came away with a great victory over a great team.
So the kick is good. It does leave 20. That was just barely inside that left upright. Almost missed it, and then that would have opened up a whole new conversation. So who knows? No timeouts, 28 seconds left. You pretty much have to get a touchdown here on the kickoff return, which we know Merrill can do, or you got to get Optimus Klein or somebody else on a bomb downfield. Just hope and pray on an onside kick. We've seen, well, I'm not sure that we've seen crazier things, but Robert Merrill, nice return up to the 34-yard line. Now 23 seconds left. Hoping and praying now for Alaska, as this will be Alaska's first home playoff loss as well. So 1st and 10. We'll see what Alaska's got. Last time they tried to go deep, it was the first turnover of the game. And you said it earlier, turnovers are going to win it. Vancouver's a +1 in that category. Empty backfield. Cochran going long middle. Nearly intercepted again. Caden Carter.
And I was just about to say, how about +2?
Well, you can see what Vancouver did this against Oklahoma City last week. You're not going to get anything deep down the middle on them, and that's why their matchup next week in the Western Conference Final with Mexico City is going to be so intriguing, because Mexico City got almost all of their points today off of that deep middle ball.
Yeah.
2nd and 10, 20 seconds left. 3 receivers for Alaska. They're running out of time. Cochran, middle, caught. Probably shouldn't have. Clock running. Klein moved the chains down to 12, down to 11, 10, 9. Alaska's officially out of time. Spike with 6 seconds on the clock. And that's
that was
0%
crazy.
Chance of winning the game now.
They allowed like maybe 10 seconds off the clock before they even spiked it.
Oh, it wasn't 10.
It wasn't?
But they definitely...
It seemed that way.
They definitely looked deflated, running up to the line and trying to make that happen. Well, Hail Mary to try to save face, but the Vancouver Legion are going to be headed to Mexico City for the Western Conference Finals, and Ron Cochran's going to take off and run it himself. The clock expires, and wow, that's all she wrote from Alaska. 37-22. What a ball game. Demond, your final thoughts from this one as we look at the final stats and highlights.
The key statistic that matters was the turnover, because the time of possession was almost neck and neck, 21 to 20 minutes, per team. it was just that turnover. That one turnover cost the game here at the end. Alaska could have moved the ball downfield and pretty much, made it in reach and came out and kicked an onside kick and may have recovered that and could have done something outstanding here in this big game and coming back to win it. But unfortunately, Vancouver came out and showed why they are here in the playoffs.
There's that Brett Gillian catch. That was one of the most improbable plays of this game. Tom Pepper, in his playoff debut, passes for 393 yards. Ivan Sanchez ends up with 110 and 2 touchdowns, and Vancouver held Ash Odom to 136, which is pretty good for one of the better running backs in the SFL. Well, right around the corner here, 10 minutes from now, the Atlanta Swarm will be taking on the Tallahassee Pride from Florida, from all the way to the Great Northwest to all the way to the southeast of the United States is where we head next on the SFL Network on YouTube. Come on. Thanks for being here tonight, my friend, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks for the championship game.
All right, Cam. Glad being here with you, sir. You take care.
Once again, the final score, Vancouver 37, Alaska 22. This has been a special presentation of the Simulation Football League and the SFL Network on YouTube. For our whole crew at the Eye from Anchorage, Alaska, and back at our SFL headquarters, working hard all day today from the Metroplex in Texas, I'm Cameron Irvine. Stay right here. More playoff action in the SFL comes your way in roughly 9 minutes.